இன்னைக்கு வந்து துரியாதீத மெடிடேஷன் அதை பற்றி அதில் உள்ள விஷயங்கள் I'll share thoughts related to that துரியாதீத meditation. துரியாதீதம். So we are performing Agna meditation. After that, the Turiya meditation. Then Turyadidam comes. In Agna meditation, mind starts experiencing the life energy particle. That is the first step. In Turiyam, the functioning of mind slowly comes down. Manam tanude iyakkatha medu nirutha aarambikkudhu. Agna, we are looking at the life energy particle. Turiyam, even though we are focusing our attention on the Turiyam chakra, initially your mind will be on there. But as you go deeper in the Turiyam meditation, if you see, you will lose the sense or feeling of the top of the head. The entire body feeling will come. உடல் முழுவதும் அப்படியே பரவி நிற்கக்கூடிய உணர்வு தானா கிடைக்கும் துரியத்தில். So the functioning or of the mind will slowly come down. மன இயக்கம் குறைய ஆரம்பிக்கிறது அல்ல. That is where actually automatic transformation to the next stage, which is Turyadidam, starts. In the Turyadidam, mind merges with the absolute space. Mind disappears. That is called Jiva Brahma Aikya Mukti. Jivan, Jivatma, we are Jivatma. Brahman is also inside us. The merging of that happens. So that is called liberation. That is called liberation. So where the liberation happens, not the expansion we are doing, but it's happening inside. Jiva Brahma Aikya Mukti. Jivatma, we are Jivatma. Where is Brahman? Atma is Brahman. So the Jiva, as it loses all the identities, it becomes Brahman. It becomes Aikyam with that Brahman. So since it loses all the identities, the liberation comes. That is why it is called Jiva Brahma Aikya Mukti. That is the pair, the gift. So here is the problem. The mind is formed from the soul or Atma. From Atma, the mind is formed. Now the mind, through the mind, we need to go and touch the Atma, which is a challenging one. The chain is there. One end of the chain, the mind. Other end of the chain actually is Atma. Now the chain has to realize from where it comes. So we need to trace through the mind, and trace through the mind, you can touch that. That is what actually here it is a little tricky and confusing also. Why? Because mind can easily understand anything that we talk in the external side. புற விஷயங்கள்ல எது பேசினாலும் அது வந்து he can understand, correlate, calculations. Whatever we see through senses can understand. But this one, mind has to travel from the path where it originated, go to the root, then only the experience of that will happen. To make it happen, it has to, the chain, you need to catch the chain and travel one by one, see the origin of it. Who can do it? Your mind only can do it. The mind only can do it. The person's mind has to do and travel there. A lot of challenges will be there because mind seeing anything in the outside, looking or a tree or looking an object outside, anything easy, because outside is easy, because outside projection is easy. Going back, tracing back is very difficult. So far not done. As we trace back, whatever accumulated over this birth, the previous birth, everything will come out, it will throw out. And those layers are there. After crossing and penetrating that, only finally the self or Atma is there. So this is how the journey actually happens. It's a direct route. Looking at the source of the mind actually is a direct route to Turyadidam. That is Turyadika. Expansion also dissolves mind, but self-realization happens only when the surrender happens. We are expanding our mind in the Turyadinam. We are become one with that, but still the mind is there. Initially, it does a visualized imagination. And the visualized imagination வரும்போது என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, we are merging. But still, there is a person who is doing the imagination. ஒரு ஆள் அங்கிருந்து விஷுவலைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கார் இல்லையா? Somebody is doing that, right? அந்த ஆள் தான் இறைநிலை. இங்கேதான் அங்க ஒரு பெரிய சூட்சும ரகசியம் இருக்குது. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? So the person who is doing that visualization, right? So the merging has a small gap is there. So once we see the person who is doing the visualization, that is called the point of realization. அது இது மன வழியா தான் போகணும். Cannot be explained by words. It comes to the experience. அதுக்கு நிறைய தடைகள் இருக்கும். There are a lot of blocks and impediments will be there. Those impediments are the attachments and bondings, whatever we borrowed, belief systems and all. Everything has to be flushed out. Because the absolute space is empty. It is neither good nor bad. இன்ப துன்பங்களுக்கு அப்பாற்பட்டது. நல்லது கெட்டதுக்கு அப்பாற்பட்டது. Nothing is there, right? It's a space. No dimension. Time or no dimension. No external measurement. Kalam, Duram, Paraman, Vegam. No kind of any representation or any dimensional representation. Nothing is there. No quality. No character. So we need to cross the good, bad and everything, and then only you will go there. We will go there. The man can reach there. So the surrender is actually will take us there. Saranagati. So it's a powerful word. Surrender. Whatever happened in our life, in our past, has to be surrendered. Whatever we are receiving now also is it's received from the divine only, both good and bad. Normally we claim good things as our own success or victory. Bad thing as somebody has done something, because of that I suffered. That's mostly we take it. The good things also we receive from the nature. Bad also we receive from the nature. So the good and bad both are from the nature. So good and bad now no longer exist. Then only we can enter into that space. With good, I am responsible. Bad, other person is responsible. With that discrimination of the duality, we cannot enter into that. நல்லது கெட்டது அதை பிரிச்சு வச்சுட்டு இருக்க வரைக்கும், பிளவுபட்டிருக்கக்கூடிய மனம் இருமைத்தன்மையில் இருக்கும் வரையிலும் அது உள்ள நுழைய முடியாது. Because the discrimination is when the man is having that kind of a discrimination, how he can merge with the oneness. Oneness தான் ஒன்று தான். Everything is one. So when there is a discrimination, how can he enter into the oneness? முடியாது. அப்போ அந்த நல்லது கெட்டதையும் தாண்டி everything is part of nature. இறை சொரூபம் தான். It's a manifestation of God. அந்த ஃபீலிங் வரும்போது அந்த ஒன்னஸ்க்குள்ளே நுழைய முடியும் நம்ம ஆக்சுவலா. அதுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த ப்ராசஸ் tedious-ஆ தான் இருக்கும். It's tedious because we have to do a lot of good things, because then only we'll reap good. Otherwise the pain we'll have to experience. That is cause and effect system. But entering into the space, we need to release everything. Good, bad, everything, just cross that, because the mind calculates good, bad, pain, pleasure, like that. All calculation it does. It is beyond calculation, beyond any expression, beyond any words, right? To go there, we need to remove the opinions of that, and then merging will that happen there actually. So we don't have to think, or the man does not need to claim himself for the good things as he has done with a pride, or something bad he has done in the past, because of that guilt is there. No need to have that. Both are part of the nature. I will do good things now. Since I have learned all these things, I will continue to do good things. Nature will provide me an opportunity to do good things. That way we need to take the life wherever it takes, like a flow of the river. When we merge with the life like a river flow, automatically ocean, you will reach the ocean. To reach the ocean, you don't have to try or make any attempt. Just join the flow of the river. As the man joins the flow of the river, the journey, it will be taken care by itself. If he does anything, then only Anything if he does against the flow, that is where he's stuck, blocked, not reaching the destination. That is what is life. The family life which is given to us is like the flow of the river that's offered to us for a purpose, for a reason. The children for a purpose and reason. Life partner for a purpose and reason. Job for a purpose and reason. So like that, everything is like the flow. And the flow வந்ததுதான். இதுல எதையுமே good things happen in the flow. Bad thing happen in the flow. Like that, the life எல்லாம் அந்த flowல வந்ததுதான். அதை recognize பண்ணணும். The man has to recognize. Once the man recognizes that everything is part of the flow, whatever he is undergoing currently is also part of the flow. Whatever he will undergo in future also is part of the flow. So there is no expectation on the life. வாழ்க்கை மீது எந்த எதிர்பார்ப்பும் இல்லை. So once the expectation on the life is gone, the mind sleeps. Mind அலக்கழிச்சு ஓடுறதெல்லாம் with all expectations of life. வாழ்க்கை மீது உள்ள ஒரு பெரிய எதிர்பார்ப்பும் ஆசைகளுனாலதான் மனமே அங்க அலக்கழிச்சு ஓடிட்டு இருக்கு. When the expectation on life is not there, everyone came with an open return ticket. No one will lose their return ticket. All of us have return ticket. All of us having that return ticket, no one will lose it. The destiny has stamped it when we came. The day when we came, that time itself stamped with ourselves. No one cannot lose also. That means there is a flow defined already for us in the life. When we communion ourselves with that flow, அந்த இணைப்போட இணைஞ்சோன்னா that is called yoga. So இது போகும்போது தான் துரியாதீதம்ங்கிறது அங்க துரியாதீதம் realization will happen. அந்த சரணாகதிங்கிறது நேச்சரோட அங்க இணைஞ்சு சரணாகதி ஆகணும். So the surrender on everything that's happening in our life. The work that we do has to be the work of surrender for the Atma. நாம் செய்யக்கூடிய வேலை ஆத்மாவுக்கு சமர்ப்பணம் செய்யக்கூடியதா இருக்கணும். ஆஃபீஸ் வேலை, we are doing some work for office. I am doing this work, whatever work you are doing. That work, the man, if he does as a samarpana, surrender, அதாவது சமர்ப்பணமா செய்யறான்னா அந்த வேலையில ஒரு நேர்த்தி இருக்கும். There will be the perfection when the surrender happens at the Atma level. The perfection will be there, whatever he does it. As a Turiyadam is not something. Meditation, we are doing it. But that 30 minutes is not something that guarantees to reach that state. Throughout the other day, how we are with that oneness. எந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த ஒருமைத்தன்மையோட சமர்ப்பணமாக அந்த நிலை பேரு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, அதுல இணைஞ்சு நிக்கிறோம், அப்பதான் கிடைக்கும். whenever the duality comes, இருமைத்தன்மை, இன்பம் துன்பம், பகல் இரவு, நல்லது கெட்டது, இந்த மாதிரி duality, the mind only discriminates all those things. When such discrimination comes, we are disconnected with the oneness. Throughout the day, the man has disconnected himself from the oneness. Then 30 minutes, how can he connect? It's going to be difficult. But if he connects throughout the day, at least makes an effort to connect with that oneness, there is a chance that he can connect the meditation, right? Isn't it? So that's what is all. So absolute surrender, Purana Charanagati, have faith on the faith. அதாவது நம்பிக்கை மீது நம்பிக்கை, ஆழமான வார்த்தை. Deeper meaning is there. Have faith on the faith. What is that? Faith means I have faith on something. Have faith on the faith. So I have so much faith, I have so much trust that I have faith on the Atman or soul when I do the samarpanam or when I do the surrender. அது ஒவ்வொரு செயல்களிலும் நிகழும். When that happens, when that happens, automatically the man reaches his destinations. River flow இருக்கு இல்லையா, river flow, when the man joins with the river flow, he has to have a strong faith that it will take me to the ocean. The faith is, have faith on the faith. அதான் சொல்லுவாங்க, நம்பிக்கை மீது நம்பிக்கை. He has to have a strong faith. அது மேல ஒரு ஆழமான நம்பிக்கை அங்க தேவைப்படுது. When he has strong faith that this river will take me to the ocean, nothing he has to do. Just stay in the flow. Just stay in the flow. And he keeps moving, 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 and ocean is reached. That's all. அதுதான் சும்மா இருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. When the context, be still and know that I am God means he's still traveling. It's not that he's not moving, he's moving. But his effort here is very less, just adjusting to the flow, that's all. He's still there, he's still traveling, he's moving the river, he's moving the flow. But still he's traveling, but not putting so much effort here. Bare minimum effort to withstand, to stay on the flow, that's all. That's what is life. வாழ்க்கை அது மாதிரி தான். With family life, when we live with life partner, children and everyone, and the flow ஓட இணையணும், அவங்களோட இணையணும். They will have their own karma and they will also have their own journey in the river. And they will come and join with us maybe sooner or later at point of time. Definitely they will also come, the part of the journey. Worrying over them means I am stuck at my point. So whatever duty as part of the flow I have to do it. But beyond that, I have to keep traveling. I cannot just simply watch them and get stuck on my point, waiting for them to join. Then I am stuck at my point. I am not going to touch the ocean, right? So that's what it is. அதுதான் அந்த மனிதன் செய்யக்கூடிய தவறு. This is also called illusion. Waiting for other person to join me in the river flow causes illusion. And that illusion puts a stumbling block in front of us. Then we wait for, so they may come, they may not come, and we suffer as a result. So துரியாதீதம் அப்படிங்கிறது throughout the day how our mind is maintained, based on that only that state will automatically come. அது ஒரு இயற்கையாக ஏற்படக்கூடிய உணர்வு. ஆமா, கரைதலில் நிகழக்கூடிய உணர்வு. The melting, the dissolving, when it happens, through that it happens. ஆமா, throughout the day how we melt ourselves with the actions that we perform, how we அன்பு தான் இங்க பாதை. The path is fully filled with love. அன்புங்கிற பாதையை பிடிச்சிட்டு போனோம்னா துரியாதீதம் ஈஸியா சித்திக்கும். Love has to be there. Discrimination இல்லாம love has to be there without any discrimination with the people who work. We interact everywhere. Discrimination இருக்கக்கூடாது. When that love starts flowing, துரியாதீதம் will become easy. When we are confining with something and not expressing the love that we have and it is not free flowing, துரியாதீதம் cannot be reached. துரியாதீதத்தில் அடைய முடியாது, அங்கே தொட முடியாது. வேணா கற்பனை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கலாம், சுத்த வழின்னு கற்பனை பண்ணலாம், அது உள்ளே இருந்து காட்சி கொடுக்காது. When we do not discriminate anyone with love, free flowing love with everyone in and around, in the family member, parents, in-laws, brother, sister, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, everyone, without any discrimination, when the love flows, துரியாதீதம் becomes easy. When we have so much discrimination of showing love, then that discrimination will be a blocker while merging with that oneness. இதுதான் துரியாதீதம். ஒரு ஆழமான அனுபவம், ஆழமான அனுபவம். அது நம்ம சொந்த இடத்துக்கு கூட்டு போகும். That is our original place, where it takes us. All longing, suffering is for that only. We are thinking suffering, all pain, misery, right? Body pain, mind pain, all this, everything is actually leading to that. Since it's that to have that experience only all this pain. With all this pain, the mind is not able to drop all the attachments. Again and again, the pain comes and the suffering happens in our life. அதுதான் எல்லா பிரச்சனைக்கு காரணம். துரியாதீதம், அதான் ஜீவ பிரம்ம ஐக்கிய முக்தின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So practice meditation regularly as the chain, right? We start from the chain, which is the end of the mind, to the other end. When we travel, all the contaminated garbage will come out. But as we cross, without knowingly or unknowingly, the end will be touched, and that will be a blissful experience. ஒரு பேரானந்த நிலை. அதை தொடும்போது அப்படி கிடைக்க பூரிப்பா இருக்கும். The blissful experience will be experienced. But the path, slowly, in between, little bit, like that, you will come and go, like that. And when this surrender is complete, There is nothing to be surrendered. It will become a permanent state. Until then, it will be on and off, on and off. At least the surrender once happens completely, wholeheartedly, it will touch once. But again, the illusionary mind will forget because of the way the habit has been formed. It will forget. Again, indulge in the worldly matters like that. But again, has to be surrender has to happen. Like that is a process. It's a long process, and but continuous, several repeated surrendering, remembering will make us continuous, hitting or reaching that point, and slowly then sustaining that will happen in our life. That is what is Turyadhiram. ஒரு பெரிய பேரு gift from the Guru. Thinking about குரு உணர்வு, ஃபீலிங் ஆஃப் குரு எப்படி இருப்பார் நீங்க விஷுவலைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஸ்தூலம் சுக்கும காரணமும் இருக்கு. ஸ்தூலம் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஆஃப் பாடி லெவல் will be 20% or less than that or 30%. Experience at shukma level will be 30% or something like that. Karanam will be, or Brahman will be remaining. So you see, visualize a person who is having 20% body experience, 30% Sukshma Shariram, remaining Brahma experience. Can you see? Can you visualize? The weight, like a cotton, like a paper, he will float. Like a paper, like a cotton, he will float on the air, right? That will be the feeling of Guru. குருங்கிறவர் அந்த உணர்வுல இருப்பார். உடல் உணர்வே இருக்காது, ரொம்ப லைட். ஒரு ஏர் எப்படி இருக்கு, காத்து எப்படி இருக்கு, அது மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும் அவங்களுக்குலாம் உடல். when we think about குரு, அந்த கனெக்ட் பண்ணும். அவ்வளவு பரவச நிலையா இருக்காரு. பரவச அந்த உணர்வுங்கிறது அவருடைய the feeling of குரு means the blissful feeling of குரு. அந்த குருவினுடைய பரவச நிலையை நாம அங்க உள்வாங்கி சுவாகித்துக் கொள்கிறோம், அப்படியே டேக் அப் பண்ணிடும். அப்படி செய்யும் போது நமக்கு அந்த பரவச நிலை, we have to reach that பரவச state. To do that, the mind will என்ன சொல்ற வர மாட்டேங்க, எத்தனைக்கும் the mind will work to that state. Automatically unwanted things will get dropped and we will reach there. அதுவும் அப்படி கிடைக்கும். அதை சொல்லி குரு நினைவு, தன் உருவ நினைவு. If we think about our face also, you will find it very difficult. You are thinking about so many things in the mind comes, right? Think about your face. அது உள்ள சோல்குள்ள போயிடும், அப்படியே ஆத்மாக்குள்ள போக ஆரம்பிக்கும். துரியாயுதம் டெக்னிக் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க சுவாமிஜி. So I am happy that I have an opportunity to share this with you. Thank you all.
If you have any questions, please feel free.